All right, good. All right. Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. More AI madness today. I love
Mm.
the AI stuff, Chris. I really do. I really enjoy these Friday shows. I think AI is just a trip. It's fascinating. I just can't even imagine 5 years from now, 10. I just had a granddaughter, right? She's like
Yes.
literally a few days old.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And, I just think about her, because I was thinking, man, when she's 17, I'll be 80.
Wow.
Wow. And then I was thinking of like what the world will look like in 17 years. For
Hmm.
her, when she's 17, the robot's just a normal thing. It's
Yep.
like everybody's got a robot. Everybody's got two robots. What do you mean? Like who
Yep.
doesn't have a robot?
Hmm.
Like that's how it's gonna be, you know. So I don't know, man. I just think the world's gonna be a trippy place. And things just go so fast, and especially now, especially with AI
Oh yeah.
helping accelerate the technology, accelerate the knowledge base. It's just nuts, man. So anyway,
I was I was listening to a very interesting discussion yesterday with a guy named Mo Gaudat, and Mo was really, really high up at Google in their initial artificial intelligence. And he was having a discussion about the progress of AI, and he's written a couple of books on it. And the forecasting of when artificial general intelligence is going to happen and then artificial super intelligence
yeah,
is going to happen is like so far closer to what they originally forecasted was going to happen with the technology.
yeah,
Like the combination of robotics and artificial intelligence, supercomputing,
yeah,
and battery storage, and
yeah.
all four of those technologies all converging at once, it's going to be a wild 5 years. It's going to
It
be really,
really
yeah.
is. Yeah, it's tripping me out. I for one, I know a lot of people kind of get wigged out about it. I don't. I want to see it all. I mean, I want to see it. I want the robot. I kid my wife about it all the time. I said we were getting the robot as soon as we can get the robot, and she's fully against it. She's convinced it's going to kill us all in the middle of the night. I'm not. I think it's going to be awesome. Anyway, hey, let's get into everything today. But before we do, I do want to share the news real quick. This is a great article. I did it a little differently today. We had Chris. You weren't. I don't think you were on yesterday. You were doing something, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so we had Owen Lee, and we were talking about rates, and the fact that they're already baked in the price cut or the Fed cut. It's already baked in, and we were looking at the charts, and it's kind of like, man, it's got really nowhere to go on the upside right now. It's kind of you better lock it if you got it, kind of a thing. And then we also talked about briefly the difference of wealth between a homeowner and a renter, both the
Oh,
median and the average, and the numbers were staggering. So I put together a blog post that
nice.
just talks about those things. So I just wanted to share that with everyone and let them know it's here. I'll put the link into the chat as well. So let's see. So here it is. So I did this. It's called Home Buyers Reality Check. Okay, it's posted. Let me grab the link so I can drop it in the chat. But it just goes on to say that, like, hey, man, not everybody can buy a home, but if you're the kind of buyer that can, who's just decided to see what happens, kind of a thing, like you might not want to wait, you might want to
Uh-huh.
get with it, right? So the first piece of the article talks about that, like you may want to step up because it's already baked in and rates probably aren't going to come falling if the Fed cuts rates in September, right?
Oh,
And then I went ahead and put in this. Look, and here's why. Here's the difference. And look at that. Median net worth of a homeowner,
wow.
400, renters 10 grand.
Yep.
Average net worth 1.5 versus, 154.
Wow.
So quite a staggering difference. And so I thought this is a good one just that we can share, no problem. It does have a home buyer and home seller perspective saying, hey, get with the person that shared this with you, you know. Of course, if you want to even get it to your agents, it's good for your agents to share or whatever. And
Yep.
even if you don't share it, copy paste it, do whatever you want. I don't care. But honestly, who cares? Just it's here, it's put together in a really nice, short, concise way. This could even be just an email that goes out, Chris, right?
Oh yeah.
Of course, my thoughts, and of course you need to subscribe if you can over here to get those all the time. So I just want to let you know that I did that. I was inspired yesterday because of the conversation that we had, and I thought that would be a really, really good article to produce, and just
Yep.
give people a little bit of a hand there in getting some information out. So I'll go ahead and drop that into the chat. So this is the link directly to that article itself. It's right there. So it's in the chat. You can click it. If you have not yet subscribed, the subscribe box is there. Just put your email in. You get update. I usually get them out around 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. That's when they get posted. So bright and early. So you've got something you can work with. There's usually always something in there that, like I said, copy paste it, do whatever, share the whole thing, whatever you want to do. But
Frank, it's so
it's
good.
it's useful
It's
information. Yeah, it really is. So
Yeah, I read it every day, and you've got such a great talent for taking the things that are good talking points and putting them at the top of the news. Like, I read the newsletter before I read the news because I know you're going to give me something that's actionable for the mortgage industry. And I know people in the community that have taken it, starting to send it out, and it's the reason for the call to the qualified agent. Hey, did you get that article I sent you? Hey, do you want, let's work together. Let's put this into some social media content. Did you see the renter versus owner
homeowner. Yeah.
stat? And just great stuff that you're putting out there. So thank you for
Yeah, well,
doing
thanks, man.
that.
Yeah, and that's what I try to do. I try to put stuff in there that's like interesting. Like there's so much doom and gloom out there. It's like,
True.
golly, and it's like, but you know what? If you dig deeper into the stories, you usually find that, well, there's doom and gloom in this little area. You know what I mean? But over here, things look great. So it's like, well, why are we focusing on that? Why not focus on where the area, the part that's doing well? I don't know. That's just what I try to do. So, anyways, there it is. It's in the chat. And yes, steal it, share it, do whatever you want with it. That's why I do it. Lisa Loving, hello. We just talked yesterday on the phone. How are you? Unmute Lisa right now. Do it.
Good morning.
How
Oh, that
are
was
you?
quick.
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. So it was good to chat with you yesterday.
Yes, it was. Thank you so much for your help.
No
Um,
problem.
I have actually been using some of the news, the what that you put out, and
Yeah.
I've copy and pasted certain things, sent it to agents, and I call it talking tips. And I'm
Ah,
getting great feedback. They're like, "Oh, this is so helpful." Just stuff
nice.
that they never thought of. So,
Nice. Talking
yeah.
tips. I like
So
it.
yeah. So thank you very much for that because it's great content.
Great. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. It was good chatting with you yesterday, and hope to be talking to you again soon for sure. Lisa, thank
You
you.
as well.
All
Talking
righty.
tips. I love that. What a great name.
Yeah, talking tips. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All right. Hey, let's get into it, Mr. Chris Johnstone. I'll just give you a cheer, to get you started here. Let's talk about what you're going to talk about today. I love the topic, and I want to learn more. Let's go.
Okay. So I had a really interesting conversation earlier this week, and I talked to a top producer, and I can't share the name, but I can share the math. So they're closing over 400 transactions so far this year.
Dang.
Amazing. Okay. So 54% of those transactions, and I know this because they do a phenomenal job of tracking their numbers. 54% of their deals came from past customers. Okay, so
Wow.
319 transactions from past customers.
So let me
Right?
get that right. I'm going to stop you. I just want to write that down. So it was 400 so far. Gosh darn it. Here we go.
More than 400.
More than 400 plus, and 54% past clients.
Yep.
God. Okay. Cool.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts. And I believe it 100%. We've been saying the fastest way to a deal right now is dig into the past client database. It really
Oh,
is.
no, I got that wrong, Frank.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Yeah, I totally did.
What
Realtor
is it?
referrals.
It's still going to be good.
It's realtor referrals. I know. Jerry Maguire was in there being like, no, Chris, that can't be right. That can't be right. It's got to be realtor
I was
referrals.
going to say, that's why I stopped. I was like, that's big. You know,
Yep.
like if that's the case, that's nuts. I still believe the fastest way to a deal is through test client database, though.
Yep, it's true.
Yep.
So past customers and referrals from the past customer sphere
Yes.
is 24%.
Still 25%.
Right? Amazing.
1 out of 4.
The rest, so filling out the 13%, Google, online. So you take a business that's doing that amount of volume, and more than 10% of the business that they're closing every single month is coming from people that are searching online. And Frank, there is a massive shift happening. So of all of our clients that we have, so we've got our SEO program out there, like Rank You on Google. And we've started just adding how to rank on ChatGPT to that program. And it has evolved into its own thing. So of the people that are doing numbers like this, we're getting up with some clients where almost half of the deals that they're closing, like the actual fundings, are coming from people that are using ChatGPT to find a home and then get a recommendation to a mortgage lender. It's my belief that in the next 2 years, more than half of all of the searches and all of the traffic that's coming from Google, the largest search engine in the world, is going to be coming through AI agents.
Wow.
Like, I would love to know in the chat, like, how many of you have started using ChatGPT or Grok or some form of AI to do your research? Like, if you're looking at a product, if you're looking at a service, if you're looking at a location, if you've got a topic that you're looking to learn something for, like 70% of the time, that's Jeff, my man, tracks his screen time properly. Way to go, buddy. And great to see you here. But Paulina, yes. Greg, yes. Yumi, it's all I use. Jared, 100%. Jason says it's almost replaced Google for me. I use it for everything. Like,
I'm with Jason. It's almost replaced Google for me. I start with GPT. If I want to learn about something or find something or figure out something, I usually just start there.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now it searches Google for you,
right,
and Bing and Yahoo and its entire knowledge base and all of these places that we wouldn't even think, page 2 of Google.
right.
It has all that information, distills it all, and gives you the recommendations. So if we look at most of these major players and major businesses are getting at least 10% of their business from search, I think that's going to flip. But it's an incredible opportunity because Google kind of locked people out of this pathway or source of business because it basically said, okay, here's 3 people. These people are going to rank, and that's where the majority of the customers are going to go. That's why ranking in the map placement on the top of Google has been so crucial. AI is so smart that it will mix the loan officers that it recommends to consumers based on where they're located and the specific mortgage product that's going to do the best job for that consumer. So rather than it just being like loan officer that ranks on the front page of Google, now it's a first-time home buyer in a specific market looking for a specific home with a specific need, with a specific question that asks AI, and AI knows who the loan officer that is the expert for that person, and that's the person that shows up at the top of the recommendations. It's so much smarter and so much more intelligent than the system that we've been using before. So what I want to show you today is a concept and a prompt that everybody here can take and use and customize to your mortgage business for the types of customers that you want showing up on the other end of the phone. And we get from the feedback here, when you get a client that calls you and they've been recommended to you by your referral partner, ChatGPT or Google, typically these are just as good as a realtor referral. Like the closing ratio on the number of calls that you get to the number of deals that you fund It's the same as getting a realtor referral, sending you somebody, because they're already, like, as long as you pick up the phone, right? We all know we got to pick up the phone when these people call you. You talk to these people, your likelihood of closing that deal is the same as if a realtor calls you up and says, hey, call Bob and Susie because they want to get a mortgage. So, sorry, Jared just in the chat just put, what's Google?
I know.
It's the new 8-track cassette tape.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So I said this to somebody the other day and we both had a laugh about it, but I was like, if you're not using AI to pick up your phone when somebody calls your office, it's the same as asking somebody to call your pager.
Wow.
like we're in that world now where the technology exists. It's relatively easy to implement. Like having AI pick up your phone is the new standard of service, I believe. But anyways, I digress. So let me give you the prompt. And if you want this prompt and a series of all of our other prompts, go to loanofficerbrand.com. So loanofficerbrand.com. Jen, if you could help me out and just post that in the chat, opt in, and then I send you 5 emails over 5 days with 5 different AI prompts that you can use for your business.
Are these prompts what you would use to create a GPT?
There is a custom GPT prompt in there, yes, but
Okay.
towards the end, because the way that I've structured it is it's actually a learning journey of what's possible with AI. So each prompt is designed for you to take it, paste it into ChatGPT and go, oh, it can do that? That's so cool. And I've built the prompts in a way where if you go through copying and pasting all 5, you get this knowledge of what AI is actually capable of so that you can go back and use it in different use cases to become an AI-powered loan officer. So this is just one of the prompts. With me? Cool?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Frank, and I'm going to try and rip through this quick so we've got time for some questions. So if anybody has any questions while we're going through this stuff. So what's important to note here is that ChatGPT and ChatGPT 5 can do tasks for you. And what a task is you give it a prompt, which is a job that you're giving to the AI, and you're saying, do this job for me every week, day, hour, depending on how often you want that job to be done. And AI will just turn on at that time that you've told it to do that task and do that task for you. So if you look down here in my chats on the left-hand side, I have this daily family activities. So every day, ChatGPT goes out, does research, and comes up with ideas for a daily devotion for our family. It gives me a quick little 15-minute exercise to do with my daughter so that we get quality time together. It gives me a 15-minute idea for time with my son so that we get quality time together. And it gives me a 15-minute idea for something to do with my wife or a topic of discussion or whatever so that we can spend quality time together. Now, do I do it every day? No, but every morning it's sitting for me as a text message on my phone and I read it. And then throughout my day, I have that as a resource to be able to go out and do that. So a daily task. I have one for meal plans, for fitness, all of the wonderful aspects of my life. And every day I've got the greatest knowledge about those topics with AI giving me recommendations on how I can apply it to my life. So you can go to ChatGPT and say, do this task at this time and repeat it forever. So in the email that we sent out promoting today's class, we said you could use this for first-time home buyers. You could use this for non-QM products. You could use this for any type of loan-specific buyer, right? You could use this for your builder relationships. You can use this for any type of content that you want to become a master in. The idea is that every Friday morning, so we do the daily success plan Monday through Thursday. Show up on CallStars, we do our calls, we build our business using the daily success plan Monday through Thursday, and on Friday, we work on marketing. So every Friday, we're using AI to find the most frequently asked questions about that specific topic that you want to get leads from. and you're working with the AI to teach AI that you're the expert in that topic, and then producing content to put on your website and to put on your social media so that you also rank on Google. So it's one of the 5 ways that you rank on AI is using this prompt, right? So we've only got time for 1 per day, but there's 5 of them. Again, if you go to loanofficerbrand.com, that journey is there for you. And it also helps you rank on Google. So here's the prompt. It says you're an MBA educated market research specialist that specializes in online research to find housing, financing, and local community market trends, information, and news. So let's say you're using this for first-time homebuyers. You're going to put in here, you're an MBA educated market research specialist that specializes in first-time homebuyers, their most frequently asked questions, and market trends, information, and news for first-time homebuyers in insert your market. You've now created a custom AI that's going to make you the content expert for first-time homebuyers in your local marketplace, and you're going to have brand new content every single week. So then we put, you're doing this task to help the best loan officer in, and in this particular example, we use Charleston, South Carolina. So this is like SEO 2005, right? It's telling AI that every time you interact with this prompt from this point forward, right, it's reinforcing the fact that you are the best loan officer in your local marketplace in this particular topic. So every time it runs and every time you interact with it and every time you teach it, it's reinforcing your brand positioning and the AI understanding that you're there for that particular reason, right? Then you say, here's all the information that you need about us. And we've put in target market, business name, the loan officer name, phone number, email, and MLS. And what you want to do is you want to put in every single piece of online real estate that you have. Your Facebook, your Instagram, if you've got a blog that you run, your Yelp profile, everything. Take the time to put together a document that has every single piece of online real estate that you've got and feed it into the AI in this prompt that starts the conversation. Because every time you produce a piece of content and you teach the AI in this conversation, it gives you credit with the AI that you're the expert. Remember, AI doesn't really care about money. It cares about knowledge. And the place where AI is focused on getting all of its knowledge in today's market, because it already has all of the information from the internet. So the most valuable knowledge that these AI large language models have is the user inputs and what you're actually doing and interacting with the AI. That's where it's getting its new knowledge. That's why there's these massive brand deals that are being done to access Reddit. It's why Grok is ultimate. A lot of people say it's really powerful because it has all the conversation data from X, right? It's the users and us actually interacting with the AI. So when you tell it, I'm the expert in this topic in this location, and then you teach it, you're building authority with the AI engine so that it can recommend you to that type of consumer in that market on that topic. Frank, did I do okay with that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. People are digging it in the chat too. So,
okay, sweet.
Good stuff.
So we give it a goal, research the Charleston, South Carolina market, and find the most frequently asked online questions about real estate mortgages in the local market. Your task is to use your research to find the most valuable topic to create content on and build authority as a loan officer looking for home mortgage customers. Repeat this task every Friday morning at 7 a.m. so we can create a new valuable content pack every week. So it sets the task. Then it says, got it. I'll research and deliver the most valuable market topic every Friday at 7 a.m. So here's it going through for 12 seconds and going through and finding me the top 5 questions that home buyers in Charleston, South Carolina have about mortgages. So number 1, what are the current trends in Charleston's housing market? So I set this up a while back. Then I go through, just give me a second. And Frank, again, everybody that gets the prompt document that opts in, you can see we take it and we actually use it. And then it does the research, it writes the blog article, then it creates all the social media content so that you can just copy and paste it. It actually does a video script for us if you want to do an avatar video. It's great.
And it just shows up. It's just there ready to go.
right? And here's the email content that you can send out, all of that wonderful stuff. But what's really cool is that this morning, because I set this task up, and it's Friday morning, so go all the way down to the bottom, what showed up inside my ChatGPT this morning? So this morning, I got a message from AI that said, hey, Chris, here's your most valuable content topic for today. What should you do before buying a home in Charleston? Pre-approval, affordability, and buyer assistance explained. So this topic is right there. And I can just say, great research. Create me a blog post. I can even make a spelling mistake. It knows what I want, and it's going to go out and produce the entire blog content for me. Now, turn that blog into a Facebook post, spits out the Facebook post. So every Friday morning, you've got custom content to send out to everybody. Now, what I would do, Frank, because we created this before you were doing the daily update inside the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, and it's specific to each market, right? So myself as a loan officer, I would go after every non-QM product that was out there. And I would look at my product list and all the different products that I have, and I would have one of these going for every single non-QM product. And as it produces the blog content, I would teach the AI, and it would say, hey, if you're dealing with people that are doing fix and flip, here's the content. I'd go, you need to know this about non-QM for this specific product, rewrite it. I've just earned authority with the AI by teaching it something that only we would have as industry knowledge, which then it goes, oh, Chris really knows this non-QM product. I'm okay to recommend him to new customers that are using ChatGPT for this particular product. So if I was looking at general, what I would do is I would take the Loan Officer Breakfast Club newsletter that you put out there, copy, paste it into ChatGPT, and use it to then help get that knowledge and get those ideas flowing. Like what you're producing and giving the community is so unbelievably valuable to be able to take and then train AI. Because remember, your ChatGPT account, every time you give it information, every time you talk to it about a specific topic, you're building authority. It is a referral partner. And the more that you can talk to your referral partners and teach it that you're the expert, the more it feels comfortable referring you customers in the future. And that's why these tasks and weekly working with your ChatGPT and working with your AI to teach it that you're the expert is so important in getting it to recommend you customers in the future.
So do you have to, you had mentioned this before, like, do we have to still, like, when we have that interaction, it does the task and we interact with it, or we tell it to produce something, we interact with it and tell it to correct something. For it to, do we still have to hit that share thing? You know what I mean? Like make it publicly accessible or whatever it is every time we do that. We have to remember to do that, don't we?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Because that's how it establishes that's how we can get on the radar, right?
Yeah.
Of Chat GPT. So I always forget to do that.
Yeah, people are loving this in the chat. Sometimes when I present this stuff, I'm like, I don't know. I'm a nerd. So I love the nerdy stuff, right? So it's great to see that the feedback in the chat, everybody. Thank you. So yes.
No, it's awesome. You know what? I tell you too, one thing
sorry, hold on.
Oh, you took control. That's okay. Yeah. I was going to say, one thing though, that I've learned from you, and that, I really, really, well, you obviously know so much about all this stuff, but man, you have really figured out and streamlined, Chris, how to make a good prompt. You know, like I think that's where a lot of people struggle. It's where I struggle. I don't even know where to kind of begin. But the way that you lay it out every time, it's your role, it's your goal, it's your tasks, you know, and it just, the way you do it, and it makes it just flow so good. And it really helps the GPT know what it's doing, you know, and it's the way that you've figured out how to put that together. I really respect that. That's really good stuff, man. So,
thank you, Frank.
Very helpful to
my
us.
secret?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, both OpenAI, the engineers at Google and the engineers at Facebook have all published white papers on how the architecture of an LLM works. And they actually have prompt guidelines inside the white papers for each of the AIs. And I read them.
There you go. You're a nerd.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So
but for me to distill that and then bring it to the mortgage community, it's like getting general AI knowledge is awesome, but how do we apply it to the mortgage business? How do we use it to go get a deal? How do we use it to go get a customer? And taking that knowledge and just be like, hey, produce your content, get ChatGPT to recommend you for specific loan products. That's the fastest and easiest way for a loan officer to take artificial intelligence and use it to go get a customer today. So super quick for everybody. Here's our content. Every time we use this, up here in the top right-hand corner, you click share, right? Every time you interact with the prompt, you click the share button as if you're going to take the link and share it with somebody, and you click create link. And what that's going to do.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
And you can X out of it now, and it's done.
Good to go.
It's quote unquote shared.
Yes. And now you're ahead of a huge trend that's happening where ChatGPT conversations are starting to rank on Google. So people that are going to Google to look for information on specific topics can actually click on a ChatGPT link and see somebody else's conversation with AI about that topic. So having good prompts and having good conversations with AI, when you make it public, Google will index it. And 2 years from now, a first-time homebuyer that's looking for information about a specific loan product that can watch a conversation of a loan officer teaching AI about that product is going to rank on Google too. So we're at the cutting edge of this stuff. And if you're listening to this, you're in the top 5% of loan officers in America that have this knowledge about artificial intelligence. And if you start as an early adopter, you're going to be so far ahead of your competition when everybody realizes, oh, wow, this is actually happening. You'll already have the authority built. So sorry, John, and then we'll go. Sorry for going over time, Frank.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, we got John and Marcio. So you pick John first. Go, John.
Yeah, my man.
Can't hear you.
Sorry, John, you're on mute. Don't do it, Frank. Don't.
I can't.
Do it.
You have control.
I'm here.
Well, I promise not to sad trombone you, John.
What you
Chris,
got, bud?
I just wanted to confirm with you that on our Google business page, we can ask and answer our own questions and it'll still raise us up in the rankings.
That's right. So you can ask a question to your Google business profile and answer that question on your Google business profile. No problem.
Okay, that's good. With your advice, I actually set up a calendar reminder every Friday that I go in, find a question, and then answer it. And it has been feeding me leads. So it's great.
So the quality of the leads, the people that are calling you from seeing you on Google, what type of people are on the other end of the phone?
Oh, good people. I woke up on Monday morning to a $700,000 client, ready to buy, contract in hand. So it works, just like we talked about on our podcast.
That is amazing, John. Congratulations. You're doing the work and you're getting the 5-star reviews and you're actually following the steps. Congratulations. I couldn't be happier. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. John, that's amazing.
Hey, thanks for enjoying this Loan Officer Breakfast Club YouTube video. If you are into industry news, if you like to keep up with what's going on within the mortgage and real estate industry, you might not be aware of this, but you can get free news snippets every single day by going to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. In the top nav bar, you'll see in the news. Click it, daily, fresh news about the mortgage and real estate industry. There's even loan officer perspective and realtor perspective on each news story that you can make use of in your marketing. So enjoy loanofficerbreakfastclub.com/in the news. That is cool.
Yeah.
Good one. Marcio, what do you got?
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Chris, the interaction with ChatGPT is through the premium account, right? If you have the free account, can you also feed the advice back to the AI or no?
Yes, you can. So you can do all of this with your free account. I believe with ChatGPT 5 and the release of GPT 5, I think tasks are now included in the free account. Don't quote me on that. I don't know that for sure. It's been a while. since I've been in a non-paid account, they got me deep. I'm in the rabbit
Okay.
hole. I'm paying for it. I'm sorry.
No, same here. I just recently upgraded. So another question for you is, so let's say you ask, AI or ChatGPT, hey, can I buy an FHA home with, if I have an employment gap longer than 6 months, and it gives you an ambiguous answer.
Yep.
Is your advice to then reply, hey, I checked the guidelines, or I called FHA, and the more common answer is X, and then the AI will take that into account, and going forward apply that. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yes. And I would go as I don't know that this actually makes a difference, but consider yourself the university grade professor that tells the AI exactly how it is. So don't be, hey, it might work like this, or I called this underwriter and in this situation, it might work like this. It's like, here's the underwriting guideline, copy, paste, you're wrong, here's how it works. And it will say, thank you for that feedback, I appreciate it. Like, it will actually thank you for the information, but it won't, in my opinion, I don't know this to be true, but in my opinion, if you're not firm in the creation and the delivery of the expertise, I don't think that it will take it seriously. But if you're like, no, it works like this, then it will accept it and you get the credit for the new knowledge that goes into the system.
Got it. Thanks, guys.
All right. So, Chris, Mark is asking you, does it make more sense to use Gemini since it's owned by Google?
So, great question. I don't think so. I believe we've only got so much time. Let's say we spend 2 hours working on this stuff on Fridays. We've only got so much time. If there's a horse that has a lead in this race, it's OpenAI. I think that the consumer direct model is going to have one clear winner. I truly believe that. The majority of people are going to be using one AI engine. And I think right now, OpenAI is winning that race. So yes, Gemini is great. Yes, if you've got a second option to use to feed it with information, that's great. But I would focus on OpenAI and ChatGPT at this point, even though, it may not be my favorite AI engine. It is absolutely winning the race of getting consumers to use it. And that's the ultimate goal here, is to get consumers to call you. So I would start with the platform that's likely to get the most amount of consumers.
Well, it's called riding the winning horse, right? So, Chad, what you got real quick? And we'll try and get out of here.
Okay, quick question for Chris. So within your CRM,
yes,
there's a new feature that Alexa helped me unlock, which was Mortgage Q AI or Mortgage Q something.
Oh, IQ or whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're
that?
talking about getting guidelines from non-QM guidelines, and that's kind of what this product is, right? It goes out, it searches all the non-QM guidelines out there and helps you pick which companies have this. Is there a way to, after you're writing your blog, test it or get clarifying answers, or help to make you the expert by going to this Mortgage QAI somehow and, hey, is this correct? Or what changes can I make based on what Mortgage QAI has said? And then you can post that back to your ChatGPT to, again, make you look like the expert.
Absolutely. So, Chad, that's a genius idea. And the answer is yes. So, Frank, you may not know this, but Mortgage Q was actually a guest here on.
I remember, but I can't remember what they did. Yeah, what is it?
So if you're doing non-QM mortgage deals, you can just go to it and turn on the voice or punch into it, like as you're kind of having the conversation with the consumer, get the consumer details, and it will actually spit out a list of the non-QM lenders that can fund that product type.
So it's basically a guideline matrix sort of search portal,
but powered by artificial intelligence.
Right.
So
but
that gives you real-time responses. And now we have it built inside the loan officer CRM. So if
is that a cost to upgrade that, or?
No, we include it for free. So the new voice agents, where our call answer service with AI, we included that for free. Mortgage Q is free. Model Match is free. Everything is free inside the CRM.
This is nuts. It's nuts. You know, I just did a podcast raving about your CRM, Chris. Did you see that? I just
I
released
did not
that.
see that.
Yeah, it's the latest one. It's the latest Frank Array podcast. It is.
Thank you, Frank.
And I'm feeling stupid now because I should have talked about this mortgageq.ai. I have to do another one. Let's do one.
Well, you're the smartest guy that I know.
That's scary. That is really, really scary. If you would have said most
With a
handsome, I would have
breakfast
went,
club
yeah, of
team.
course. Yeah, I get that. Hey, Ryan Cox, come on. We got to get out of here, you guys. We got stuff to do. Let's go. Come on, Ryan.
Hey, sorry, Chris. Hey, does the model match, is that including consumer contact information yet? Or is that in the works? Or do you know anything about that?
I do not, and I'm not the compliance guy. Bye, Jen. Are you going to call stars?
I do have a comment on that.
Okay, yes, perfect. Okay, awesome.
Shock and surprise, I have something to add to this conversation today. Thomas is actually going to be on the Dialed In class with Meg and Jen next Tuesday at 2.
So
And
who's he
said
with?
There's some insights. Some
Is that Model Match?
insights. He wants Model Match, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
there's some
next
insights he wants
Thursday?
to go over.
Tuesday? What is it? Next Tuesday?
Tuesday on the Dialed In class, yep.
Cool.
Yeah, that borrower insights tool. Like,
Yep.
if you maybe took a look into Model Match maybe 90 days ago or 120 days ago, and you haven't been back to check it out, those guys are grinding on that product. It's amazing. They're doing a fantastic job on it. You know, not a plug or whatever, you know, I'm not compensated for that, but we have it inside the loan officer CRM, and they're constantly working to make it better, which is pretty cool. But I wanted to make sure that I answered the question though. So for MortgageQ, when you get a question, you type that question into ChatGPT, you ask ChatGPT. Then you use MortgageQ to get the list of non-QM lenders that can help with that specific product. Then you go back and you give that information to the AI and say, hey, here's the lenders that I've found for this, and here's how I help my customers with this specific loan product and type. That was a genius idea, and I didn't want it to go unanswered. So thank you for that. Frank, I know we're way over time. Thank you, everybody. Happy Friday. Tell your friends inside the Facebook group, like hop on the Facebook group, be like, yo, we do Fridays here at the Breakfast Club. And if you're looking for a little brain tickle, Friday morning on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, tell your friends. It's where all the cool kids hang out, if I hear that correctly.
It indeed is.
Build It with Chris today at noon. So somebody in the comments said we should make it, an hour long on Friday mornings. Well, builditwithchris.com. We're literally just going to be like firing prompts at ChatGPT and showing you some of the new stuff that we're learning. So Build It with Chris today at noon Eastern Standard Time. We do it every week, totally free for everybody here inside the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Would love to see you there.
Awesome. All right, you guys, let's get on with it. You guys have a great day. Get on with Build It with Chris. Get your AI mojo going. And we'll see you here on Monday on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Have a great weekend, everybody. Adios. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody.
Enjoy that grandbaby, Frank.
Thank you.